This episode of the Bad Boys LA really pissed me off, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Hampton Spears. So, this episode of Bad Boys LA just really irked my nerves, and I'll tell you who irked my nerves. Moolah and Curtis. Like, what is it about, like, straight black men that they are just so averse to the LGBTQ community? It's really like, I know not all, but a substantial amount. The homophobia is crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy. I mean, you don't want a trans woman in a music video with you. You're mad. Like, you can't even, like, play around with jokes when Darrell makes jokes or stuff. Like, it's always like, oh no, man, nah, oh fuck that, no, I want to see the females, I want to see the females, I want to see the ass shake, I don't really want that gay shit. It's like, bro, like, you're on a show with the majority of the cast being gay, right? Leave that straight homophobic shit over where you live. Like, that's not what we're doing up in here. And if I was on that show, child, I would have dampened the whole motherfucking mood and cursed the dog fuck out of Moolah and Curtis and I would give them a piece of my mind, okay? I mean, that's just really, like, crazy. And it's really, like, and honestly, Curtis and Moolah, in terms of, like, homophobia, they're pretty light in terms of, like, black men, like, otherwise would be. I mean, they were pretty light to even come on this show, and they're even, like, acting like this. It's like, bro, I cannot. Like, this shit is really pissing me off because I've been seeing that shit on Clubhouse too, like the homophobic stuff, and it's just all coming from black men usually. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, so the episode picks up from the twerking blind lady that was on the table. She did good. It was just a bunch of women and ass shaking. Like, that's another thing, right? If it was a music video that I wanted to direct, it would be dudes up in that bitch. It would be fucking Chippendales, dudes in, like, Speedos, muscles, oil, like, that type of shit. But why are we having a bunch of females in a majority gay cast? Like, I know it's Bad Boys, but that... Like, I honestly just think that this show should have just had an all-gay cast. Because these straight people just be straightening up the whole place. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, gay clubs, right? I'm not even going to lie to you. When you go to a gay club, half the people there are going to be straight women. Half the people there. Okay? And then maybe 40% will be actual gay men, and maybe 10% will be straight. And it's like, bro, and a lot of times, like, straight men know this, so they'll come to the gay clubs in order to pick up women. So it's like, damn, we can't even have our own, like, space to feel, like, normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, not like normal, but just more relaxed, so you can truly be yourself, and you can kind of, like, just for a moment, just for a few hours, be in this, like, area where you're not the odd one. You're common. Everyone else around you is, like, the same. Just for a few hours, because anytime we leave, like, our house or anything, like, we're in a straight world. We're surrounded by a straight world. Straight people are everywhere. Like, straight people are everywhere. Like, 95 or maybe 90+% of the population is strictly heterosexual. So that's 9 out of 10 people. And, like, people that are gay don't have a forehead or sign on their forehead saying, I'm gay. So it's really, I think it's great to have a sacred space just for gay men. I feel like everybody needs their space. Everybody needs a carve out space where you can truly just be your own or whatever. But that's just me. There was this really cute dancer guy that was shirtless with tattoos that Gunna and Dennis gave a 1. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the guy with the tattoos, he like says, what? Why would you give me 1? Da, 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 and starts dancing on Dylan. And I'm like, ooh, damn, damn, damn. He's like, so what's the score now? What's the score now? And Dylan's like, a 2. And I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? Like, that dude was fine as fuck. The ones that Darrell were talking about, I didn't really get to see their faces because they had all these hats and big clothes and shit. I don't know, but apparently he liked them, but they couldn't go. The next scene, they go through all the people they want to cast, and that's when Moolah says he doesn't want the trans woman. They really could have edited that down a little bit because that whole scene was like redundant. Like, you literally went one by one and gave like, it's like, girl, you could have just picked the ones you wanted and like whatever, but they're trying to drag out an episode, honestly. And honestly, when Moolah brought up that trans thing and said he didn't want the woman in there, I honestly thought that, actually no, when he didn't know that it was a trans woman supposedly, I was like, this seems fucking fake. It was obvious that woman was a trans woman, right? And he like started going on and on and on. But when he said, I don't want the trans woman in the video, I'm like, wait, this is real. Like, this is real, because that type of shit is cancelable talk, right? That shit like is cancelable talk. So for you to say that on camera, on national, international, you know, I don't think you would let the producers just set you up like that. You know, that's just me. Because, I mean, honestly, I hope they did tell you to say that. Because if you're that ignorant, like Moolah, that's crazy. You're ignorant as fuck. Anyway, so, Moolah also brings up that he's going through a court battle. Apparently, he owns a car dealership, and he brought a car that had tinted windows, and he was driving the car to his dealership. On the way there, he gets pulled over. He explains to the cop that he has a dealership and it's fine when you have a dealership to drive it there. He even calls the sergeant over, and the sergeant says it's fine, don't give him a ticket. The sergeant leaves. The cop still ends up giving him the ticket. He goes to court to fight it. The cop doesn't show up. And instead of the judge just throwing it out, he sets a trial date. And it's like, what the fuck? So, Moolah is going to try and fight that, and he says he needs to go home, but I don't think he's actually going to go home. He's not, because he's still staying, and he's going to film the music video. I don't know. Dylan and Carry On and Gunna look for locations for the music video. Gunna wants to just go to sleep the whole time, doesn't want to be there, and I'm like, dude, well, why the fuck are you here? Like, you should have just stayed your ass home, your stoned ass home. But whatever. The locations they spotted were whack. In the preview for the next episode, it doesn't look like they used any of the locations that they scouted. Sidebar: Rio, when he came on the show, he said he was 29 years old. He is not 29 years old. Rio, you a goddamn lie. You looking all about 39 at least. Okay? And is he gay? What is Rio's sexuality? Because I heard him say some comments about the dudes being fine, but then he also seemed to like the women. Maybe he's bi. I don't know, child. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this episode. You know, Moolah, grow the fuck up. Curtis, you are not as bad, but still, it's like, cut it out with that acting all uncomfortable and shit. It's like, if you're so uncomfortable, motherfucking leave! Leave, bitch! Anyway, alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. Let me know what you thought about this episode of The Bad Boys of LA, and I will see you on the next video.